This wasn't supposed to be how it happened.
We're still sinking. If you're the man I think you are, you know what you have to do. Take my gun. Now, Wrecker, shoot out the window. Negative, don't do it. Shoot out the window, or you all die.
Life's a game, but it's not fair. I break the rules, so I don't care. I keep doing my own thing. Victories within the mile. Almost there, don't give up now. Only thing that's on my mind is who gonna run this town tonight. We gon' run this
Product.
To the Battlefield 4 live stream. I'm Corey Dunn alongside Alex Mendez as we're about to get back into some more gameplay right away here with Battlefield 4.
No delays.
Again, we just wanted to thank all of our sponsors that have been here. Had the chance to be able to talk with Matt Skinner there from AMD about what happened. Congratulations about the next gen consoles, as well as providing here for this possibility with all of the 64 players that we have behind us. It's been great watching everything that's been happening and all the capabilities we've had. Of course, we've been streaming live in day 1, day 2, and we'll be also in the future in day 3 on twitch.tv, also on battlefield.com, and finally on amazon.com in the gaming section where you can also pre-order Battlefield 4 right now.
That is right, guys. So, just so you are aware, if you don't get on that pre-order grind right away, you're doing it wrong. You really do. You get a nifty little battle pack with your Amazon pre-order. So, get on there quickly so that this way you can get that awesome feature. With that said, though, we are going to be looking at some alpha gameplay now and some alpha team gameplay. This is pre-alpha, funny enough. I make myself chuckle, Corey. I make myself chuckle all the time. But
I know.
But you know what, though? We've been seeing a lot of awesome vehicular gameplay and even some pretty good gun gameplay as well.
I think my favorite part of day 2 has to be the fact whenever the player parachutes down, lands up on top of one of the rooftops, spots another one on the opposing rooftop, and starts shooting out the glass underneath that player. And that was just a great moment of watching all of that happen. But right now, as you can see, taking over this D point.
Yep.
He's about to be contested here in just a moment, though. They got a couple players here from the opposition pushing up now. Spots one right there.
No.
This is no man's land where you want to be. He finally is going to get taken out there. Again, we're still on board here with Alpha 04. Rockets coming by, flying by there. Again, this tank is a sitting duck. If he waits too much longer, he's able to take out another one. Spots one, trying to be able to push here through the arcade.
Stuck.
He's definitely in a tough spot. Here comes going in. All out is Alpha 23. He takes out 2. And I think he's like, hey, you need jumper cables? I got them for you.
Yeah, and now looking at Alpha 05 or Alpha 06, I'm blind. But, yeah, so Alpha 06.
It's a number.
It's a number. Oh, wait a minute. That could be 5. You know what? It's 5 and 6 are together. That is not fair. All right. So anyway, though, just the awesome thing that we're seeing right now. They're going after C, and if we take a look at the tabletop perspective, where is the flow of combat going? So
it should be going over towards D right now.
That is correct. Actually, E is being focused by the commander. Not sure if that's wise. They should probably focus their attention on D. Look at the sea of orange arrows there. Those are all players that are converging on that position.
That's going to be a great battle. Let's go ahead and hop into the action right now.
Oh,
as we're there with Alpha 31, the tanker. The tank driver there. He's going to get a spot 1, backpedaling. He's able to get 1 shot down range. Still about it. Oh, he gets a road kill right in front, coming in, trying to be able to take down this tank. He's in the M1 Abrams, spraying and praying away. The gunner doing a great job. The bulwark's going to get pulled out there by the opposition. And finally, there goes the tank. Now on the backside, he's going to have to be on the lookout. See how they're controlling that bullet, allowing them to kind of bait them in. There goes another infantry player. Make that 2, just spraying them down 1 by 1. There goes a 3rd one, 4th one. Can he be able to pick up the last one right here? He goes down as well. A complete massacre right now as he's got 21 kills. And finally, that gives enough time for another tank to come into the action. He's going to continue to just shut things down. Just 1 by 1, a little nice little backside ram. Still just spraying away. That tank has been disabled, and he's continuing to just lay down the flak thick. And this might be another tank down. He's down lower on health right now. He's going to get, actually doesn't get pick up the kill. His teammates help him out, and somehow, some way, he stays alive, even though half the team on the other side was battling against him.
Oh man, Alpha 31 is about to lose that tank though, but what a run there for him. Kudos, a round of applause. What a play. And yeah, so that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how it would sound if there's a Battlefield tournament and we're casting it. So Corey,
that's exactly what we're known for.
Yeah, that is very true. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Alpha 31, I hope to see someone mentioning him on Reddit.
Fala aí pessoal, beleza? Estão curtindo aí versão pré-alpha de BF3, BF4, BF3 pré-alpha de BF4. Pô, tô curtindo pra caralho. Curtindo mesmo. Ainda mais esse modo espectador aí. Tá me agradando pra caralho. Tá dando pra ver que eles vão dar um suporte, parece, pro competitivo aí, hein, cara. Tá me deixando bem feliz isso. Além dos gráficos, tá bonito pra caramba. A questão desse modo espectador aí, ali em cima, ali, se vocês repararem, lá em cima, bem em cima da tela, bem no meio tem terceira pessoa, primeira pessoa. Então já diferenciou, né, do BF3, que não tem essas opções aí, né? Então até pra ver cheater em modo pub vai ser massa, entendeu? Vai ter como ver. Ou seja, então o jogo vai ser bem mais limpo, né, cara? Pode ter certeza disso, que o BF4, se tiver esse modo espectador aí que eles estão mostrando na E3, que isso, na realidade, isso aqui é um replay, né? Que eu tô mostrando aqui agora na Livestream. Já foi mostrado. Quem não viu ainda o pré-alpha, tá vendo aí agora. Então, se tiver isso realmente no jogo, vai ser um jogo muito mais limpo que o BF3. Porque os admins vão ter... Nossa, o cara ficou louco que o cara entrou dentro do prédio com o helicóptero e agora bateu. Mas voltando esse negócio sobre... Ó, explodiu o helicóptero. Os caras ficaram putos. Então, se tiver esse negócio de modo espectador aí, vai ser massa, cara. Que os admins vão poder... Administradores de servidor vão ver quem realmente é cheater e quem joga bem, tá ligado, o jogo. Coisa que hoje em dia é foda. Cara, eu tô muito muito feliz com o que eu tô vendo. Realmente aqui no no pré-alpha do BF4. Fiquei um tempo olhando pra ver se realmente era isso que eu tava pensando, ó. Nesse modo espectador, você entra na tela do Commander e escolhe quem é que você quer olhar. Por exemplo, agora eles estão olhando tipo aquele avião lá do... Nossa, cara. Massa mesmo. Que foda. Bom, quem tá olhando aí, divulga aí, galera. Se tiver alguém no Battlelog aí, divulga. Oh, caralho.
There's different variations, different things that you can do with the AC-130, or the gun, better known as the gunship. And let's see if they can continue. That one does hit, but doesn't finish off the player.
Yeah, and AC-130, he obviously, because he's twisting and turning here, his aim is going to be a little off. So that is the balance, so to speak. You have to really lead your shots with that gunship. You cannot just hope to get a direct shot. It doesn't work like that. It has an arc on it, as you can see there. So yeah, so AC-130 is going to be doing the work here for Alpha. Let's go ahead and check out tabletop and see what else is going on here. There is a UAV down there that will be circling around C.
Que louco, velho. Muito louco. Versão alfa do jogo já tá massa. Olha lá, você escolhe. Você escolhe quem você quer ali. E mostra no canto esquerdo da tela. Isso é o modo espectador, pelo menos o que eu tô entendendo é isso. Mostra no modo espectador. Ixi. Tá, vai rolar uma facada aí? O cara não deu facada. Era amigo dele. Bom. Você escolhe o jogador, aparece do lado esquerdo. Se você quiser continuar vendo ele, dá outro clique, eu acho. Vai pra tela do cara. Porra, isso é foda, velho. O cara é o Gustavo Kirten. Que merda que eu falei agora. É o Xuxa. Não. Nossa, o prédio caiu. O prédio caiu em cima do cara, foi isso mesmo? E o cara tá vivo. O prédio caiu em cima do cara e o cara tá vivo, velho. É pré-alpha. Pré-alpha, pré-alpha. Relaxa. Pô, legal, cara. Eu não tinha visto essa free cam. Ali dá pro cara passear no mapa. Terceira pessoa. Primeira pessoa. E tem a outra que é o Commander, eu acho, ali em cima. Eu acho que é o Commander. Agora tá em terceira pessoa. Modo espectador, muito massa.
So and you know what too, we haven't really seen this vehicle be all that effective. I guess a lot of players haven't figured out ways to do it, but look at that there, the control of that helicopter. We know who that is. But yeah, I haven't really seen this being a really effective tool yet. Do you think that it has the capability to do so right now? I mean, they have this top control with the camera.
These types of vehicles are a lot better for types of drive-bys, quick movements. You don't want to be a sitting duck. I mean, you don't have the armor. You have a little bit more armor than you used to have in Battlefield 3 with the Jeeps. But other than that, it's still pretty easy to take out one of these vehicles. So you got to keep on the move. It's more of a
Que foda, velho.
vehicle to get from one point to another. Kind of just drop off your teammates in another region, similar to the amphibious vehicle as well. See, this is where you want to keep. Look at that
one hit with that dropped down the armor of that tank by about 70. So that was a big hit.
So there answers the question right there. So it had been stated there on Reddit that you can shoot out the tire and it will be disabled.
Nossa, o cara tá com uma arma, parece a Scout do CS, tá ligado? Nossa.
You can't actually shoot out the tires per se, but that's like a form of disabling. So that way, now you know what the enemy is
LOL.
like. Right there, you can see he's under a little bit of gunfire there. We're back over here with Alpha 13. We also got a chance just a moment ago.
Que massa, velho.
I tried to do as best I could, but we saw the motion ball. It's
É uma sniper.
motion sensor, but more mobile, where you can actually throw it.
Yeah, and it's certainly
Pega na faca, cara, velho.
Well, that's a hard switch
Nossa.
to make. And he's gonna go for the
Faca,
motion
faca, 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 faca. Pega na faca, porra.
there.
Nossa.
I believe another player took him out.
Yeah, more than likely on that one.
Queria ver o...
Alright, well,
a cinemática da faca.
actually this player is running with right now. I'm pretty curious if we can go over to third person mode. Well, he's running with a knife, and you always run faster with a knife.
But I don't know if that's I don't know how true that is across.
Cara, eu só torço por uma outra coisa nesse jogo, que a jogabilidade do BF4 esteja parecida com a jogabilidade do BF3, né? Porque o que eu tô vendo, a movimentação do boneco tá um pouco diferente. Olha o cara tentou pegar na faca, né?
Well, he's out of ammo in all of his weapons. Every single weapon. He does have another ammo. You're out of ammo in all of your weapons, and you take this long to drop an ammo box.
Well, maybe you wanted the suspense and the drama, right?
Que foda, muito bom isso.
I'm gonna do this with my knife, and I'm gonna succeed, and then I'll bring out my ammo. Makes sense. Perfect sense.
Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah, and you see that
Look
he
how
actually
quick
has
that
that.
replenished too.
That is true. Actually has that silencer there on that M9 pistol.
Again, adding attachments to your weapons, because the way it was in Battlefield 3, it's basically another weapon, but it was one would have a silencer, the other wouldn't. Here you can actually just change the attachment for it.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool. That's something that I know a lot of people are I would be happy about it. Certainly to just have the silencer.
Right. So it's not just an M9; it's an M9 with an attachment.
Yeah.
Not necessarily always a silencer.
Oh.
Not necessarily nothing at all.
Olha a arma.
So it can be anything.
Yeah. Yep. And
Porra de arma é essa?
finding a couple players over.
Nossa.
One or two of them here.
Oh,
And
look at that drag.
yeah, he is able to take him out. So that is the end of that one. Able to drop 522 to 277 here. The CN guys are being dominated at this point in time, but they are fighting their way back through. B is going to be A and B for the U.S. and as well as D, and they're going for C too. That is going to hurt them so much. Their commander will not have anything to provide for them on the battlefield.
Right now, again, we're still over here. He spots one there. Finally, one of the other players is able to take him out. Of course, A, B, and D belong to the U.S. squad. They're trying to neutralize towards that C point. They have D, but looks like they're going to try to be able to work their way back over there towards E. Let's take a look at the tabletop while we get the chance to figure out where the next point is going to be. You can tell that right now the U.S. side is heading over there towards E right now. But looks like probably the Chinese are trying to take over E right now as well.
Que foda, velho. Muito massa mesmo. Bom, galera, pra quem chegou agora, essa é a versão pré-alpha do BF4. Beleza? Esse é o modo espectador do jogo. Tá? É a tela do Commander aí, onde você escolhe quem você quer seguir, né, com o mouse em cima do mapa aqui. Você clica em alguém e aparece a câmera aqui da pessoa, ou do tanque, ou sei lá, do helicóptero, da pessoa, do veículo ou do player. Se tiver infantaria, se tiver dentro do veículo, aparece. Se der outro clique, acredito eu, ou um botão direito, não sei, ele vai para a tela do player, do veículo, e você fica acompanhando. Em cima ali vocês podem ver, acredito que essa parte aqui, o F1, seja a tela do Commander, aqui a primeira pessoa, aqui terceira pessoa e aqui a câmera livre. Ou seja, você pode passear pelo mapa, né? Pode passear pelo mapa. Ó, que nem agora o cara botou lá, ó, em câmera livre. Ó, ele tá passeando pelo mapa. É que não eu tava falando antes, isso vai ser muito bom pra admin de servidor. Pra ver quem é os caras realmente bom no jogo e quem é os cheater. Porque botando em primeira pessoa você consegue ver a mira do cara. Então isso vai ser muito bom mesmo. Então curtam aí, sei lá, eu tô curtindo pra caramba, cara. Nossa, eu fiquei muito feliz com esse negócio de... Se eles disponibilizarem, eu acredito que vão disponibilizar esse modo espectador quando lançarem o BF4, vai ser ótimo, cara, vai ser ótimo mesmo. Espero que vocês estejam gostando, tanto quanto eu. Nossa, cara, tô curtindo muito isso. Muito mesmo. Espero que a qualidade esteja boa, que não esteja perdendo muito pacote. Tô vendo que tá perdendo um pouco de pacote, mas é normal isso.
Looks like they're going to hightail it out there. They've got one, might possibly be trying to repair that one. But look at that. Again, I said that.
Pô, valeu quem é que tá vendo aí. Um abraço pro meu amigo Coxa. Tá vendo a live aí e tá divulgando aí pro pessoal. Valeu mesmo. Deixa eu ver aqui se tem alguma coisa aqui. Nossa, olha essa câmera livre aí, cara. Olha que massa. Que massa mesmo. Ó, o cara voltou ali, ó. Isso, o tabletop, que é o F1, é a tela. É a tela do Commander. Você aperta no... Você aperta aqui e você vê aquela tela do Commander. Aí então você clica no player e aperta F2, eu acredito eu, né? Você vai para a tela do player ou do veículo. Então, cara, olha, tem que disponibilizar isso, muito massa. Muito massa mesmo. Eu sou realmente impressionado. Olha o helicóptero tomando bala. Terceira pessoa, o cara botou agora. Nossa, perfeito. Explodiu o helicóptero. É, coxa, eu também quero. Muito massa, né, cara? Nossa, o cara se explodiu, velho. Vamos pegar, pega na faca. Ah. Alpha 03 now that we're on board with. And so far, though, 168 there for the Chinese. But on the other side, doubling is going to be the... Nossa, cara, que massa mesmo. Mas a maioria é bots, né? A maioria é bots jogando. Mas você viu quanta gente, quanto player ali? Eu acho que era 64, né, guri? Nossa, cara. Bom, então, ó, galera. Se for um mapa assim, cara, vai ser muito divertido jogar, velho. O mapa é bem no meio da cidade, o troço, bem massa mesmo. Bom, só lembrando aí pra quem tá vendo a live, tá? Essa é uma live stream que é um vídeo, né, no caso, que foi, acho que foi transmitido na E3, tá? Mostrando o alpha, o pré-alpha, tá? do BF4. Então, galera, o que eles estão fazendo? Eles estão mostrando o jogo no modo espectador. Quem tá chegando agora, o pessoal lá da EA tá mostrando esse jogo no modo espectador. Beleza? Pra vocês entenderem Não são jogadores que estão jogando, são bots. Alguns, acredito que alguns sejam jogadores, pelo menos uns 5, 6 de cada lado são jogadores, né? E o restante são bots. Tá? Até pra encher o mapa, pra eles mostrar como é que tá o negócio. Entendeu? Então é muito... Ó, o cara morreu, ó. Então, e aí o que acontece? Eu acho que o cara daqui a pouco vai mudar de... Eu não vi esse vídeo ainda. Tô vendo agora também junto com vocês e resolvi transmitir. A questão é o seguinte. O pessoal que já tava aí já tá sabendo, mas tem mais gente chegando agora. Então eu vou explicar novamente. Tá? Em cima ali na tela, vocês devem estar vendo. Tem, ó, Tabletop ali em cima. Tá? O F1 é a tela do Commander. Né? Esse é o modo espectador. Você clica no jogador, aparece do lado esquerdo da câmera. Onde você aperta F1, ele vai para a primeira pessoa. Aperta aperta F2 vai para a primeira pessoa, aperta F3 terceira pessoa e o F4 é a câmera livre. Tá? Agora ele está na tela do Commander, que seria o cara que dá suporte, né, pra infantaria ou para os veículos. Tá? Porém, no modo espectador ele serve para você olhar os outros jogadores, né, e escolher o jogador que você quer olhar. Ó, agora ele apertou o F2 e foi para a primeira pessoa do veículo, no caso do helicóptero. Helicóptero jogando rockets aí, né? Então, bem massa mesmo, né, cara? Atacando no meio dos prédios. Daqui a pouco vocês devem ver aí, eles devem mudar a câmera e vai botar em terceira pessoa. Vocês vão ver que o helicóptero, o gráfico do helicóptero é bem bonito também, de fora. Ó, é a terceira pessoa. O helicóptero tá tomando bala. É, galera, eu acho que realmente vai valer a pena comprar o jogo mesmo, cara. Se tiver bastante mapa, vai ser muito massa. Tem que ter bastante mapa aéreo, né? Aí vai valer mesmo a pena. Que doido, cara. Doido mesmo. Outra coisa também que eu tava prestando atenção é sobre a destruição dos prédios. Vendo que tá bem bacana, mas não tá ainda, parece, né? Destruindo tudo. Eu acredito que a ponte aí não deve destruir. Alguns prédios não deve destruir, porque senão ia ficar muita bagunça o mapa. Eu acredito que eles devem botar pra destruir alguma coisa que não bagunce muito o jogo, né? Olha esse prédio destruído aí na frente. Bom, os caras tiraram agora. Bom, uma pena. Ó, lá atrás os caras jogando, ou não é? Where he's able to just completely dominate one after the next, and then finally after that we saw some really good o fone do cara, Battlefield 4. Foda. Each of the buildings, that's just incredibly impressive. And just some great infantry work. We saw how well Alpha 32, whoever's out there, was able to just lay down some gunfire and just pick up some kills.
Yeah, it was really cool. The control of the helicopter was just so cool to see, especially when you had the free cam out there. You were seeing just how the helicopter was bobbing and weaving its way through the city streets. Certainly was very cool. Well, guys, while we had some awesome gameplay, that gameplay would not be possible with some Razer peripherals. Most importantly, keyboard and mouse. And we're actually going to take the opportunity to speak with a Razer representative here in just a little bit. Razer supporting the booth here at E3 2013. Yep. It's going to be pretty cool, right?
It's going to be great. While we'll be, taking care of kind of helping you out throughout the breaks. I mean, getting the chance to be able to get their perspective on things and how they're helping here with Battlefield 4 while we wait for our next 64 players to get briefed on exactly what's going to be happening here.
Nossa, cara, tá muito massa o jogo mesmo. Tá muito massa mesmo.
Right here from the Battlefield 4 live stream, whether you're watching us on Twitch, Amazon, or Battlefield.com. Thanks for tuning in so far. There's still so much more show to go. We'll be back after the break.
Beleza, vai dar um... Acredito que vai dar um comercial agora. E depois eles voltam. Mas, cara, nossa. Não tem nem o que falar, né? É muito foda. Não vai dar um trailer, né? Deixar o trailer rodar aí, pera aí.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to E3 2013. Battlefield 4 is what we're showing here today, and all these people are playing on Razer keyboards and mice. And here I am here with Travis Wunderland, who is actually, what do you do for Razer?
Cara, olha quem é o cara que tá aí. Esse cara aí é o garoto propaganda da Razer dos Estados Unidos. Ah, nem tão bem de equipamento, né? Bom, galera, já volto, peraí.
Essentially, that I manage a group of professional children. We go out, we make videos, we update everything. You know, anything on the Facebook page, Cult of Razer on YouTube, or on Twitter, just twitter.com/Razer.
Yeah,
that's all us.
You guys have certainly done a lot of amazing things. Now, tell me a little bit about your inclusion here with Battlefield, because this is certainly really cool. Had a chance to get my hands on those keyboards and mice.
You like that?
And for those of the people who may not see or know what it is, which keyboards and mice are they using here?
So we actually, we got the Black Widow Ultimate back here.
Okay.
So that's our mechanical keyboard, the fully backlit green. So it's a 2013 edition.
Ooh, nice.
As well as the we got the Taipan set up.
Okay.
And that's our ambidextrous mouse. That is a 4G dual sensor. So the way that mouse is set up and why it's ambidextrous is that it allows you to really have a precise grip. Especially for tactical shooters.
Okay.
Works really well. Either the Taipan or the Death Adder. People kind of switch between those two. So we went with Taipan for this setup.
Yeah, I've actually used the Death Adder before.
Cool.
Yeah, and I really do like it, but I never had my chance to get my hands on the Taipan. So and when I did here, I like the feel and control. I'm more of a console controller guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, though, you got to respect the hustle when it comes to the keyboard and mouse.
Oh, please, yeah. I mean, we were there from the beginning.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. So in general, talking about Razer and what you guys have been doing, you guys are almost every booth that I've worked in various conventions, Razer has been there. I guess how important is it for you to and also have the fans also reacted to it as well? Has there been reaction to just the equipment that is being used, and how important is it for you guys to get that feedback?
Well, I mean, we thrive on feedback. I mean, our entire company is built on feedback based from gamers. When people play with our gear, our esports guys when they use our gear,
Yeah.
Feedback is really important.
Nem pense em arredar o pé daí, hein, galera.
Really cool to have, people give us feedback. People
Vai rolar mais coisa aí, hein, cara.
Yeah.
Vou mostrar mais do BF3,
Honestly, a lot of
BF4,
racers come to us
BF3.
and ask us, you know, they want to display us because it really pops.
Yeah.
You know, our gear actually, you know, it really has kind of that statement, and it really just shows off. So we see, just if you can see behind us, I mean, just all the lineup of our keyboards, it really kind of pops. It really kind of just sends a really cool message.
Pô, e aí, Scofield, beleza, cara?
Yeah, so that's the message of Razer, right? It is equipment that when you're using it, you know you're using Razer.
Valeu aí por estar vendo aí os bagulho.
Style factor to it. That's something that you guys are really
yeah, I
focused
mean,
on.
so it looks cool. So of course conventions, you know, it works really well in the convention setting, but also, you know, especially with games like Battlefield 4, any game that has kind of a competitive angle, any game that really has a scoreboard, you know, when there's a winner or a loser, you're going to want high-end gaming equipment. And all of our gaming equipment, of course, is tested and vetted through professional gamers, so it is that higher tier. So I guess, you know, that's kind of the message that booths want to have when they have the Razer gear. It's like, you know, this is actually a competitive title.
Yes.
You know, we want people to play this competitively, and we want to make that statement. So
I couldn't agree more on that one. And now, and also talking about Battlefield 4, because the game has had such an amazing showing. We have thousands and thousands of people watching. Don't get nervous. We have thousands of people watching from home.
No, I'm getting.
Porra, cara, eu tô curtindo muito isso, muito mesmo.
I was just about to ask.
No, I want to get back there. I'm hoping, you know, we take this interview, we wrap it up.
Os caras disponibilizando uma live stream, acredito eu, só de BF4 e lançamentos da EA, muito massa. Com suporte de Razer e AMD e os caralho. Muito massa mesmo.
Oh man, I really like that keyboard or mouse. I'm gonna have to pick me one up
Yeah,
myself.
no, we're getting people come back to the booth. They're like, oh yeah, oh this is the gear over there. You know, I've been just playing that. Yeah, we do get a lot of crossover. You know, people come here, they'll play, they'll come back, and they'll start asking us. You know, it's like, what are you guys doing? Because we released an entire line of Battlefield 3 products.
Yes.
And so they've been hitting us up and asking, you know, what's going on with the Battlefield 4 products? Are you guys making that? And you know, we've you know, we're going to be actually releasing that. We starting to detail it. We've done a few announcements. I'm not entirely sure how much we can get into it about it.
Okay.
But we do have a full product line.
Okay.
I believe it's been shown off, so I can tell you we got the Tiamat, Black Widow Ultimate, as we talked about.
Okay.
Black Shark headset.
Wow.
The Destructor 2, which is our hard mouse mat, and the thing. Oh, I love this mouse mat. It has such a good glide. That's the mouse mat I use at home. I'm a huge fan of it.
Very nice.
And then a couple of accessories. So we got a iPhone case similar to the Battlefield 3 one, redesigned, and as well as a messenger bag. So we got a full lineup of what we feel is kind of that competitive loadout for Battlefield.
Olha lá o cara lá. Olha o cara lá atrás, ó. Vai começar o... Ó, os caras se preparando pra jogar. É 64 nego, um do lado do outro jogando, velho. Puta que pariu, eu pensei que era bot, velho. Puta que pariu. Que foda, velho. Que foda mesmo.
Our website is razorzone.com. That's where you have all the gear and you can check out everything.
Awesome. Well, guys, there you have it. Razorzone.com. You can check out everything there, and that's pretty
Grandinha da Razer, básica.
So we are going to be back with some more action coming at you live from E3 2013 Battlefield 4, and it is awesome. Do not go anywhere. I'm Alex Mendez. This is Travis. We're just dibble-dabbling about some Razer gear. We'll see you on the other side.
I'm going to go play.
Foda-se, manda mouse pra cá. Filho da puta. Nossa, cara. Que louco, né? Será que vai dar outra propaganda? Puta que pariu. Deixa vocês ver.
Supposed to be how it happened. We're still sinking. If you're the man I think you are, you know what you have to do. Take my gun. Now, Wrecker, shoot out the window. Negative, don't do it. Shoot out the window, you all die.
Life's a game, but it's not fair. I break the rules, so I don't care. I keep doing my own thing. Victories within the mile. Almost there, don't give up now. Only thing that's on my mind is who gonna run this town tonight.
product not yet rated.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Battlefield 4 at E3 2013. I'm Alex Mendez, more commonly known
Os caras
as
jogando lá,
YTW, and this guy right
os
here
caras
is
jogando
Corey
lá no
Dunn,
fundo
more
lá.
commonly known as Corey Dunn. How are you doing, my friend?
You're killing me every single time.
Well, you're Corey Dunn.
No,
I mean,
I have a gamer tag.
and what is it?
It's done.
Okay.
But it's not Corey Dunn.
I mean, you might
It's
as well
done.
just name it Corey. All right, we're done.
Exactly.
Anyway.
No, I'm done. But anyway, so we're about to hop back into some more gameplay here with Battlefield 4. Getting your chance to kind of sink your teeth in visually.
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to get into the action in just a little bit, so you'll see it hop into the screen. And there you go, right there, right.
Novamente a tela do Commander no espectador mod, muito massa, velho. Muito massa. Ó, os caras tacando o Commander lá, ó. Olha lá, o Commander indo lá. O míssil, né? Nossa senhora.
Let's take a look at this tank, this first-person view, or third-person view right now. Just
É isso aí, galera. Pré-alpha do BF4, nada mais nada menos que o pré-alpha do BF4.
This tank right now in our picture-in-picture right now, who's been spotted on the other side. Oh, there he goes, trying to be able to take him down. Of course, what's happened. So now you see how the bollards retract because it's on the other side, or the green side. We also have a engineer right now trying to lay it on thick there with the repair tool. He's going to get taken down. Now back over here towards another player. That's going to be Alpha 29. As that tank is going to bounce back. But one of the things, again, the way that that bollard control works is it's just a quick little button press, and it will continue to retract. Look at that, nice little understanding of the environment already, and just slides right onto the underneath, and just trying to take a look and see if he can see the tank right there.
Yep, and you know, if he comes you know, below the tank, and he has no attachments on his gun, he actually just has the standard barrel, everything. So I wonder why he opted to not include any attachments on his weapon there. But at the very least, you know, they are going to be able to get behind enemy lines, but they need to be careful because there is a sea of orange arrows right over there. They do find one player, 29, trying to go for the shots. He's going to have some support, and they take him down. So here you go, the push happening by Alpha Squad.
All right, as we hop into the first-person view now. Take a look, he's just spraying away right now.
Yeah, there's only going to be one player around there. Actually,
that's right there to his right. Saw it in his field of view. Looks like he's going to continue to press up here. Spots another one there.
And they're definitely going to run into this player right here.
Fire, iron sight.
Mas e aí?
He's going to spot another one. He can just pick up some kills, a lot of kills right now. Doesn't
Mata.
Takes down one. I think another player should
Os
come
caras matou tudo, velho.
He's going to get shot in his backside.
Nossa, 64 pessoas jogando, velho. Jogando localmente lá, os caras com ping 0, ping 4. Tudo lá na E3. Um teatro lá que eles devem ter alugado lá pra o pessoal jogar o BF4. Você imagina só. Você vai jogar um round, vai lá, toma uma água, toma um refrigerante, aí vai outro amigo seu lá e joga, mais 64 pessoas. Ou você mesmo vai lá e toma uma água por enquanto que o comercial passa, aí você volta e continua jogando, um do lado do outro. Deve ser muito massa, velho. Deve ser muito massa. Sério, para de me travar, dá um tapa na orelha do teu amigo.
It's like they just broke off from each other. Oh man, this is not going to be good. He managed to take out one. Can he get the second as well?
Great control of the recoil.
Yeah. As he looks around the side here, he has that. And oh no!
Deixa eu aumentar o volume
pouco,
peraí.
He's at 13 health, by the way. That was so close for comfort.
I'm going to go hide over here in the debris because that even took out the opponent I was going after. But again, so this is what we've seen so far from Bravo 9. I think he's probably sitting at 9-1 right now. We can hop into a third-person view and actually take advantage of the spectator mode. And you can see he is sitting at 9-1. As you take a look at the bottom side of your screen, at the bottom portion of your screen, with that lower third, it says 9-1.
Yeah, and you can see his attachments there on his M9. He has the bowstring as well as the
bandeira
laser
chinesa.
and a suppressor.
Vou baixar um pouco o
so
volume, peraí.
three attachments on his gun at this point in time. So really cool stuff, especially if you know, you guys are like, huh, well, he has all these attachments on his gun. Well, yeah, now you can include attachments on your secondary. So that is the new stuff that is
galera, o bagulho é louco.
Bravo 9 is a one-man army. He was able to not only hold down the B flag, but he also was able to retake it after having to combat with 3 players down here in Metro.
He owns this area. It's him. This is Bravo 9 territory. But he's going to have to be careful because there could be some. And there's a tank right there.
Voltei.
Chasing it down, needs to be worried about his, see if he's going to be able to come back around. He spots one, then he'll hop directly out of the tank. He actually can take this tank if he wants it. It's completely all his if he needs it.
Ai, cara, esses americanos são muito ruins, velho. Na moral.
I think it would have been smart if he would just hop directly into the tank.
I agree with you on that one. That, you know, really could have helped him out, saved his skin a little bit. That player did not have C4 to stop him, so I don't see why not. But you know, it is what it is.
Nossa, olha a quantidade.
Looking here now, just so many players from the Chinese team circling around C.
Yeah, so look, if we kind of take an idea of what's happening right now, E is trying to be taken over by one member from the U.S. Over towards D, D is completely clear right now. Over there towards C, you've got a bunch of players from the Chinese trying to take control there. They're going to start to work their way up through the elevator to get up on that top side.
Porra, que massa, velho. O cara vai pular do bagulho.
And look like we might see a lot more action though happen towards B.
Yeah, they have air. They have something in the sky. You know, a bird in the sky. The Chinese team has it, as well as some amphibious vehicles. But we're going to be looking here at Alpha 20 because this is the area that Bravo 9 was holding down with such vigor, and he seems to have abandoned his position. Perhaps no, that was actually going to be Bravo 9 taking him out. So what do you know? In any case, though, Alpha 28 on your screen. Yeah, right. Just denied. Yeah, so Alpha 28 on your screen at this point in time. Let's go into third person and see what Alpha 28 is using. He's using a muzzle brake, splinter, urban camo, as well as a vertical grip, and he has that CZ805. So very, very cool equipment there for Alpha 28.
He's on the flank right now. He spots one's going to be coming around. He's actually letting his teammate fight that one, fight the good fight. He's going to join with this tank as they're going to move across the bridge. Spotted one. And one of the things for those that don't really play, have never played Battlefield, haven't got the chance, spotting is a huge component in the strategy for Battlefield in all series. So right now, which is one of the things you want to do, if you can't make a shot and you spot someone across the map, go ahead and state that you've spotted someone. Over on the Bravo side, again, he's going to be shooting at some blue players. As we kind of scan around, Alpha 04 is at 9-1.
Let's go back to our friend Bravo 9. I want to see what's up with Bravo 9. That's the, you know, he obviously has been.
Oh, he's got a good little placement right now. It looks like possibly a helicopter has spotted him.
He is always in trouble, I swear.
Dropping both a health pack and a health bag.
Lugging that grenade across, might be able to pick off 1 or 2 players there, but there's no one on C right now. So at the very least, he's able to.
These are his teammates for those that are kind of wondering why he's not.
Mexi na tela errada.
Exactly. And, you know, of course, we always want to make sure that you guys are aware of that because, you know, Battlefield players are used to seeing a specific thing. And, you know, it makes a complete sense. And here goes Bravo 9, like the baller he is, jumping off of a building, parachuting. Might make it on the roof.
Hey, better watch your boundaries. You're about to cross.
Bom, galera que tá chegando aí agora, essa é a pré-alpha, a versão pré-alpha do BF4. Beleza? Está no modo espectador. Agora em primeira pessoa. O pessoal lá da EA vai mudando. Mudando de tela. E vocês vão vendo aí. No caso, a primeira ali, o F1, é a tela do Commander, né, onde mostra todos os players, o mapa e quem o cara quer ver, tanto veículos como players. O F2 é a primeira pessoa que estava, tá, antes, agora há pouquinho, e o F3 que está agora, né? É o terceira pessoa. O F4 é a câmera livre, ou seja, você passeia pelo mapa. Então, cara, já é inovação já, né, no BF4. Essa tela é a tela do Commander, o F1. Beleza? Essa tela é a tela do F1, que é a tela do Commander, onde você escolhe o player e do lado esquerdo aparece a tela do player que você clicou no mapa. Aí o cara tá de sniper com scope 4. Isso. Aí ele tá na câmera livre. Apertou F4, câmera livre. Muito massa, né?
As we kind of fly around this map and see where the action is heading. There's a bunch of Chinese players here that are walking the sidewalk casually, making their way to work, and work is murder. Right? That sounded good? No? A little dark? Okay, I'm sorry about that. Work is destruction and war. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
There's an objective involved, and that is their job.
And you know, which I think is actually pretty funny that the skyscraper is not crashed down just yet. I guess these players are now kind of thinking
if we can, let's take a look at some of the key points of where these pillars are down at the base. So you see how big of a building.
Que foda, velho.
It actually is falling.
Foda mesmo.
And there you see one player.
Oh, I'm gonna parachute into it. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Stay alive. Oh man,
we'll look at all the people that are down there in the front though.
Porra, vai cair outra? Nossa, velho. Os caras gostam de derrubar essa porra desse prédio, velho. Puta que pariu.
Yeah, that would have been a good surf. I agree with you.
It'd be fun to be on a jet ski and just kind of push you along.
Yeah.
Eu acho que eu já devo ter visto esse prédio cair umas 4, 5 vezes já, velho. Mas é muito foda, sempre é foda.
You know, even if they put like Battlefield surfboards, I think I'll be okay with that as well.
Battlefield surfboards?
Battlefield with like some M16 just like strapped to the
Everybody has a boogie board?
Everyone has a boogie board of death. I don't see why not. Oh man, that'd be so cool. But there you can see the destruction, and also, as we said many times before, the visibility is now different here. It is much dustier, which is kind of troublesome for the kind of troublesome for pilots. But
nossa, olha a quantidade de cara.
Alpha 04.
Alpha 04?
Não, e o pior é que tem uma galera jogando lá mesmo, lá no teatro lá que eles estão transmitindo isso. Tem uma galera jogando, 64 pessoas. Eu pensei que era bots, mas não. São pessoas mesmo jogando. Muito foda mesmo.
Alright, laying down some gunfire there. He's going to get taken out. Let's go ahead and hold the scoreboard. There's Alpha 04 at 15 and 4. Alpha 04, third player from the top on the Alpha. There we go.
Awesome, and yeah, so what is he doing so right? He is playing infantry. Lots of players surrounding him, though. Him and his teammates are trying to stay alive. And look at this, another elevator.
Yep, there's not
o elevador que a gente viu no trailer da E3, ó. Agora tá aí, ó.
Pre-alpha stages where the ammo boxes were falling. But here we are, so they're going to get up on the high ground. So you don't have to parachute everywhere. I think everybody's sitting there thinking, man,
mas não é o mesmo prédio, ou é? Não é o mesmo prédio.
There's going to be a point in time whenever people are going to be so deep into Battlefield 4. I remember whenever I have to parachute up on top of those.
O cara foi em primeira pessoa.
There was a time where, you know. Oh God, what are we doing with our lives right now? We're not old.
This is going to be sick.
No,
nossa, quase que ele se fudeu, velho.
No, that is not how you do that.
That's how you do that.
Stay alive.
He's still alive.
Don't play with that. That's scary.
He may have world spawned.
All right, well, you're going to see some tanks actually making their way across the
Uma bola
right
pegando.
now, but a helicopter is going to be on the prowl right behind him, and there is also a tank by D as well. Let's go ahead and see what's up with this helicopter as we dive into the third-person perspective, or first-person, either or.
They're all good.
They're all good, baby. All good, and yeah, just good. I was going to say good control until he hit the ground, but
yeah, I usually wait about 10 seconds to see if they're a good pilot or not.
Yeah. Okay, good call. I will not do that from now on. Lots of
Maybe
players
those
I see.
evasive maneuvers.
Evasive maneuvers.
Yep, avoid your teammates. No!
Hit the ground, evasive maneuvers.
Skip like a rock.
Que louco, velho.
Oh man, and the helicopter is going to be dangling over, but he is
14-10.
He's done. Jump out,
Nossa.
man. Jump out,
Não,
bro.
Já se fudeu já também o helicóptero.
All he has to do is just jump
Pô,
out.
galera, valeu quem é que tá vendo aí. Valeu mesmo.
Nice play. Okay.
Eu tô achando muito massa esse alpha. Já o alpha, o pré-alpha, eu já tô achando bom. Imagina quando eles lançarem, sei lá, o beta, vai estar muito melhor já o jogo. Ou, nossa, o cara vai cair. Imagina quando eles lançarem o beta, ou já lançarem o jogo lá em, acho que vai ser outubro, vão lançar. Nossa. Então, tá valendo a pena. Realmente tá valendo muito a pena comprar.
One right there to the right side.
That's right.
Oh, look out, close.
Whoa.
Oh, he gets taken out.
This
Not in
guy's
time for a
focused.
counterattack.
Alpha 08.
All right,
Look
so-
at the activity by B, Corey.
So we got a tomahawk coming in over there towards the C. That's not going to be in time. So Alpha, this is Alpha 29, who's sitting at 12-1. But at least has 12 kills. He may have more depth than that.
So many CN players are going to be surrounding them here. And there's a tank too, which is underground.
Go ahead, fall in. Let's go ahead and do some work now. Coming around, he's going all out with the pistol and misses majority of his shots. So we're going to have a second look at this as we're back over here now.
O que eu não vi ninguém foi alguém pegar na faca ainda, velho.
All right.
And he goes down as well.
Yeah, he gets dropped. There will be Alpha 12 finding one right in front of him, trying to.
Bom, a galera que é louca por Battlefield 3, com certeza é os que estão assistindo essa live stream aqui, com certeza. Porque os que são loucos por Battlefield 3 vão ser os loucos por BF4, certo? E alguns acredito que vão sair dessa live aqui e vão lá e vão fazer a pré-order lá do BF4. Eu acho que eu vou ser um.
Can they be able to finish things off? Lofting a grenade over the top, a little bit of a overtop.
É, viu? Olha o que o Schofield falou, exatamente.
Right there at that last point, they both go bloop.
Bom, mas não vamos esquecer que quem tem o Alpha, não, quem tem o Medal of Honor, o último agora que lançou, o Warfighter, eu acho que é o Warfighter, já tem o direito de jogar o beta, né, do BF4. Né, e quem tem o Premium do BF3 também, parece que tem também, se eu não me engano. Então o beta já está garantido. Mas eu acredito que antes, até pelo gameplay, olha o cara batendo no helicóptero. Nossa, cara. Meu Deus. Até o cara comentou aí. Mas voltando, a gente não vai esperar até o beta para comprar o jogo, certeza, velho. Porque só nisso aí que a gente tá vendo hoje, já dá uma puta vontade de ir lá e fazer a pré-order. Muito foda. Se você for pensar bem, eles devem ter feito uns updates massa nesses gráficos aí, tanto nas funcionalidades também do jogo. Ele vai ter que ter uma máquina um pouco melhor, cara, para jogar. Quem roda o BF3 no gargalo, com certeza vai ter que fazer um upgrade lá na máquina para conseguir rodar o BF4, porque senão com certeza não vai conseguir, cara. Infelizmente, né, para nós, mas felizmente para eles, porque a gente vai ter que comprar os hardware. Então, mas o jogo tá muito massa. Mas o foda é que além de você gastar, sei lá, R$140 no jogo, você vai ter que gastar uns R$1.000 pra fazer um upgrade no seu computador. Se o seu computador não roda muito bem o BF3, vamos dizer assim. Pra rodar o BF4 você vai ter que gastar pelo menos no mínimo uns R$700, que é o preço de uma fonte. Não, eu acho que uns R$1.000, no mínimo uns R$1.000, que é o preço de uma fonte boa. Nossa, toma essa facada aí. Nossa, até me desconcentrei com a facada. Que é o preço de uma fonte boa e de uma placa de vídeo boa, né? Cara, realmente eu não sei, cara. Eu não vi jato ainda nesse pré-alpha. Viu, Scofield? Eu ainda não vi jato mesmo, cara. Eu não sei se mudou alguma coisa. Eles não mostraram nada, nem nessas gameplay aí da E3 ainda mostraram o jato. Então eu não sei mesmo informar se vai mudar alguma coisa nos jatos. O que eles estão focando mais é a questão do tanque, infantaria, helicóptero. Também fico curioso, é legal os caras ficar sabendo de tudo, mas eu acredito que esse mapa aqui, esse mapa não é propício pra jato, né? Até porque é que nem aqueles mapas do Aftermath lá, aquela DLC que é cheia de prédios, aquela lá não tem jato, né? Que o pessoal joga o modo de jogo, aquele que vai trocando as armas no meio do mapa. Esse mapa aqui eu acredito que não seja, que nem aqueles lá, que não são propícios para jato. Mas eu acho que nos mapas mais abertos, igual, parecido com Caspian Border, né, e Operation Firestorm, vai ter os jatos, normal. Mas eu não sei se vai mudar alguma coisa. Eu acho que não, cara. De repente o painel, ou o jato ficar mais bonito, né, ou algum outro jato que eles podem adicionar no jogo. De repente eles façam isso, entendeu? É bem provável, né? Porque tem helicóptero novo aí, cara. Eu acredito que tem helicóptero novo. Não é o Havok e o Viper mais. Ó, esse helicóptero aí, eu não sei, parece o Viper esse helicóptero aí, mas ele tá um pouco diferente. Pelo menos eu não vi ele de frente ainda. Mas na outra gameplay eu tava vendo um outro helicóptero diferente, não sei qual era o helicóptero mesmo, cara. Mas seria legal se eles botassem um helicóptero mais... Nossa, olha que burro, velho.
Well, the reason why I said he can't get too low is because you don't want to get into the angle. Oh, we're about to see it. We're about to see another helicopter just...
A helicopter that wanted a
Jesus. Nossa, olha a bala pegando, velho. Esses estouros de sniper me lembram os estouros de sniper do DayZ. Olha a galera lá atrás. Agora. Muito foda, cara.
Yeah, so that's some great gameplay that we just had the chance to see there for Battlefield 4. But let's see what's going on outside of our little bubble. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Lisa has been able to kind of get us updated on.
Já voltei.
Day 2 is well underway here at E3, and the fans cannot get enough of Battlefield 4. So let's head back to the EA booth and talk to some more gamers. I'm here with actor Rick Malambry, who's fresh off of gaming with Battlefield 4. What did you think?
Amazing. Mind blown. 64 people. You feel like you're in a battle, like straight up Battlefield. The amount of players that you can play with on the field and multiplayer. It's now you can play 64.
Sound muted.
Before it was 24, I think. And that just adds so much more to the game.
So Battlefield 4 is in 60 frames per second now versus the 30. Could you tell the difference visually?
Yes. Everything just flows better, and the graphics are just insane in this game. You watch the trees flow, and when something explodes, everything just goes everywhere. It's awesome.
It's all-out war.
All-out war.
So here we are at the Commander Mode station. Can you give us a little brief overview on what this particular position does?
Well, it allows you to enter the game as a commander and give instructions or orders.
Cara, o modo Commander é muito massa. E o jeito que eles estão mostrando o modo Commander aí é muito legal. Você vê o mapa, joga míssil no mapa para inibir a infantaria, os tanques, ou para destruir mesmo. E, cara, é muito foda mesmo. Eles colocaram uma televisão no meio e um monte de outras televisões na volta dessa televisão maior, e mostrando, o cara clica e vendo a tela do, eu acredito, modo espectador, não sei. Cara, que foda.
Battlefield 4 isn't the only EA game dominating E3 this year. Let's head over and check out Command & Conquer. I'm here with Sam, the lead designer on Command & Conquer. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
It's very cool in here. We love this booth.
Me too. Air conditioning's great.
So this is what you guys call the rebirth of Command & Conquer. Elaborate on that.
Well, what we really wanted to do is take CNC, which is a classic game, it dates back to 95. So what we wanted to do was really have CNC be reborn and be all...
Bom, galera, quem tá chegando aí agora, eu tô exibindo aí uma live stream de BF4, beleza? Agora é a hora de, como é que eu posso dizer, entrevistas e propagandas, mas é pouco tempo, daqui a pouco já volta já o pessoal. Tem 2 apresentadores, entrevistas ali, e uma galera, velho, 64 pessoas atrás deles, jogando o BF4, né, a versão pré-alpha do BF4. Então, cara, é realmente muito massa mesmo. Muito massa. Os caras de pé, jogando com equipamentos da Razer e tudo mais. Nossa, cara, muito foda. Então, aguarde um pouquinho, não vai embora, que eu acredito que vai ter mais, cara. Pra quem não viu, vale a pena esperar um pouquinho só. Já é o que? 12h13 da manhã. Dá pra esperar mais um pouquinho, não dá? Do que esperar até outubro ou setembro pra ver o jogo. Então dá pra ver hoje.
Well, what we've tried to do is mix what we love about Epic, blend it with what people love about Plants vs. Zombies.
So you both just came out of Plants vs. Zombies. Tell me your thoughts.
It's amazing. A lot of it's,
Bom, agora eles estão falando de outros jogos da EA, né? Que é os lançamentos da E3 e tudo mais.
The Disco and the Gargantua are definitely our highlights of the show here E3 today.
Did you guys get to see the Disco?
Esse Garden Warfare é um sarro, velho.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is he doing?
That's all you can see is just his face on top of the zombie.
That's what I figure, yeah.
For the most part, we try to bring characters from the other games as much as we can into Garden Warfare. But we've got a couple special ones that we've created ourselves. I think the biggest one we're showing here at E3 is the Garlic Drone, which is controlled by the Cactus character. You fly above the battlefield, shoot down from above, and call in destructive corn missile strikes, which everyone seems to love.
Corn missile strikes from the Garlic Drone? From
the Garlic Drone. Everything's organic, what can I tell you? Great characters, great worlds, and tons of humor. That's Garden Warfare in a nutshell.
guys, do not go anywhere. We're going to be back with some more awesome Battlefield 4 action live from E3 2013 after this brief 2-minute break. So
Bom, dei uma olhada lá, ó. Olha lá, os PCs. Então espere mais um pouquinho aí, galera.
The commander is the only player on the team that has a unique overview of the entire battle. From there you can provide orders and assets, but the range of assets that you have at your disposal is directly connected to your team's performance under your command. The commander supports his team in 3 different ways. The first layer is the intel warfare. This is where you gather intel, but you also prevent the other commander from doing so. The second layer is about providing your troops with vehicle drops, supply drops to keep the war machinery going. And the final layer, that's when you go on the offensive. And on top of all of this, you will be able to play as a Battlefield 4 commander on a tablet connecting to a live game server on PC or console, making it a true next-generation team play experience.
Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Battlefield 4 at E3 2013. I'm Alex Mendez, also known as Golden Boy FTW, joined by Corey Dunn, and we have more Battlefield 4 gameplay.
Galera, isso aí. Voltaram. Olha lá atrás dos caras lá, ó. Deixa eu passar no mouse aqui, ó. Ó, a equipe vermelha. Porra, deu bem certinho, cara. Olha só, o teclado dos caras da Razer. E a equipe azul lá, ó. Olha o tamanho do amiguinho aqui, ó. Bom, vamos lá, deixa eu diminuir minha câmera aqui. Não, vocês vão ficar putos comigo, velho.
Subreddit there is going to be Battlefield, and also on Twitter that's #BF4, and also on Facebook, facebook.com/Battlefield.
That's right, and guys, of course, go on the chat, right? If you're watching on Twitch TV, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are talking about all the things that you're watching here today. Of course, pre-alpha footage is what you're looking at here of Battlefield 4 as we take a look at the tabletop perspective. One of my favorite angles as we see some players getting the control. The first portion of this game is going to be a little slow, but this is actually something we have not seen before, which is the start of a game and how everyone is moving. You can see some tanks actually making their way through that main street, while on the other side they do have a tank, but it seems to be more focused on taking that route right through that.
I think it's probably
water.
taking out the pillars right now.
That could be.
I think the very first thing, so that tank right there, well,
let's see.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing.
Taking out the pillars. I mean, it makes sense.
The very first thing that it's doing is trying to take out the pillars.
Yeah, they probably don't want to have to deal with fighting up top on C. So then you can see it's actually going to be coming down any second now. So that is going to happen. But there is going to be a tank there across the way, and they're going to be running into one of the trucks here. But Alpha 22 inside of that tank, charging through. This is certainly going to be interesting here because I don't think that tank is aware of what's going on. And there's UAVs circling around as well. They are looking very, very good. And here comes a Tomahawk now for the Alpha squad as they rain down destruction by that D flag. You can see the Tomahawk. This could cause a lot of problems. And it does manage to pick up maybe 1 or 2 people. No, it actually gets about 1 or 2. So yeah, you're right. I'm right about that one. But yeah, so looking here, Alpha 22 now on the charge with that tank.
So they haven't taken down the skyscraper yet. We just noticed that they was probably able to cause quite a bit of damage right off the bat. But as we're here with Alpha 22, he's trying to clean up shop here over there towards the arcade. Of course, if they are able to take this point, that will give the commander the capability of using the infantry scan. So again, he's being fired upon here. Still has full health right now. Hasn't been entirely contested yet by the proper armory so far.
Yeah, and that one player there is not going to allow that tank to be able to get control of D. So that guy needs to stay alive as long as he can until some more units move in. And oh man, look at here. You can see that rockets flying everywhere. That ended so fast. Back on board Alpha 21 here as the skyscraper not down yet, as you had pointed out before, Corey, but it certainly is on its way to doing so. That AK-5C in hand, looking to do some damage.
All right, so see, just kind of pushing up. Take a look at the tabletop, see where exactly where he needs to go. A lot of the action is probably about to happen over there towards C. But right now, again, kind of spread throughout the map. You can see that A and B aren't going to be contested, nor will D and E. The main battle will probably happen here towards C. But parachuting, and this is oh, I would have been so much more of a fan if he landed on the roof. He could have attacked from the high ground. And so right now he lands on the awning right there, and I think he landed right next to one of the players on the other team from Bravo team.
Oh man, so yeah, and you know what too though, we do have to of course talk about how all the moving parts of Battlefield works. You know, we most importantly, one of my favorite things, the commander mode, and let's actually take a look at that, where the players are actually playing in the commander station. You can see it right there, all those screens, 8 screens there giving you information on who is doing what, and Lisa is actually up there as well. So we just saw Lisa in a video earlier, but yeah, you can see the DICE guys you know, prepping that commander station, assisting the players there on the field. But yeah man, that is just such a cool setup. I really want that in my home.
O cara tentando explodir a C4 e não explodia, velho. Nossa.
This player was able to drop the C4 and pick it back up, similar to other versions that we've seen so far.
This Tomahawk is going to cause a lot of problems here for these CN players.
If they don't move, that tank is under, needs to look out. Here comes the Tomahawk. It's taking some time. And finally, it's almost there. It's diving down. And it looks like they will be able to get at least one player, and that was it.
Wow, only one player. That's pretty shocking considering that there was just such a cluster, but that shows that timing is everything with those Tomahawks, Corey.
Yeah, again, that was called in by the commander.
That's right.
So now we're here with Alpha 12. He's got a group of players that are with him as well from his team. Basically, right now, all they really need to worry about is over there. I think the building is starting to fall.
It seems that way. It seems like
it's got a little tilt going to it.
Yeah, not fully though, but at the very least, oh, and there it is. I think that is going to be the part where it starts tilting. But yeah, so it seems as if they have full control of C, which is very good. I wonder what the CN squad is going to do at this point in time, because they know. And actually, yeah, here comes. I think it is going to tilt.
No. So one of the things that that needs to be noted, the main key point to knowing whenever the skyscraper is falling while you're inside is hearing the alarms going off.
That is
and
true.
we haven't heard any alarms going off. It's just maybe I have vertigo.
That could be, Corey. That could be.
The realism is just insane.
And yeah, so that Viper was going to be lingering around the building here, trying to put some shots inside, but all the players. Oh, wait a minute. Viper ended up just.
I'm gonna bail. So the oh no, I think he was trying to steal that helicopter, and that player just went straight through the ground.
That is unfortunate.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, helicopter.
Oh wow, just like that.
I don't even know what took out that helicopter. I have no idea, but there is going to be some Tomahawks raining down.
Oh no. I was watching inside of the picture-in-picture, and a player was walking his way up the side of the building, and just on the other side, well, there's basically a cliff, and he fell to his death.
Unfortunate. But yeah, so there is going to be a tank battle going on in the street there. You can actually see a tank moving up, but oh, just like that, there's a truck now, and Alpha 08 has to consider, well, do I want to put, or Alpha 5 has to consider, do I want to push this? I don't know if that's going to be a smart idea. And he's going to throw a grenade at his teammate. Oh, okay, I mean, it makes sense. But
just learning the keys.
Yeah, you know, probably learning the keys. I shouldn't be too hard on him, Corey. You're right about that. You were the wise one. You hear this guy's voice? Seriously, it's like imagine an ebook.
Imagine an ebook.
Imagine you reading an ebook.
Popping in an old cassette into your truck while you're cruising down the road with your windows down, listening to an ebook.
There you see, look at that right there. That is exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so Alpha 05 in this MRAP here.
Bullard.
Can't go up by the Bullard, guys, because of the fact that it is red on that side.
I think you should try to ram it again.
Yeah, why not? Oh, man. The best was, I think, oh, that rocket was too close for comfort on that one. The best was when the tank was, when 2 tanks pushed on the Bullard, and they were just like,
Trying to go down, go
why
down.
is this not going down? This is so frustrating.
This Recon class, of course, he's going to be the one that has C4, or has the capability of getting C4. He's going to get taken down. Now back over here to Alpha 03.
Yep, and he will be making his way right up through this through this side here, this side catwalk. And
That's a good job taking advantage of
taking their time.
Well, he's able to spot over the top, only exposing the top of his dome. But he does get taken out after he completely exposes himself.
Yep, that's right. B is going to be heavily contested. Skyscraper still has not fallen down. Tanks are going to be on the ready as well. Look at the pressure that is being applied here by the Bravo squad on Alpha. They just have no idea what to do here. You can see, look at this, 2 tanks as well as a truck. That MRAP definitely doing work.
Let's go ahead and get into a, I think the Metro, is that a Recon falling in the behind? Yeah, he has the repair tool. He's trying to attack it, caused a little bit of damage. Now he's completely out in the open, still chasing, bobbing and weaving. He's going to get taken down by the infantrymen there out on the street.
Yeah, that was, you know, could have been great for him, especially if he would have been able to lay down that C4 and take care of it, but that just did not happen there. And now they still have all that tank control pushing that A flag. But look here, Bravo 7 is in a world of hurt. That tank was on fire, and he's getting shot from behind.
Down.
Oh no, I think he is going to get taken out here. Without a doubt, there it is. What?
Another song when...
What?
Another song was in my head on that one too.
Oop, there it is.
Yep.
O tanque sumiu. Tomou umas 3 RPG e sumiu o tanque depois. Explodiu, sumiu.
I don't get it.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and hop into a first person view.
Bom, galera, pra quem tá chegando agora, tô transmitindo aí uma live stream de BF4 que foi transmitida pela EA, beleza, na E3. Então, vê se curtam aí, beleza? Aí eles estão no modo espectador e eles estão mudando de câmeras. Aí a câmera do Commander, tem a câmera em primeira pessoa, tem em terceira pessoa, tem a câmera livre que eles estavam agora há pouquinho, acabaram de mudar.
And I'm pretty sure one day we will see that. I'm pretty sure.
That would be so awesome. And then I want to see a Tomahawk take out a jet.
Espero que você esteja curtindo que nem eu tô curtindo.
No. Only in Battlefield.
Only in Battlefield.
All right, Bravo 7 in that helicopter there. He is trying to make some noise, and there's a tank as well, but he is not aware of that. We are aware of it because of the all-seeing eye of tabletop mode that you're seeing here. We're on board with Alpha 10. And he is, or Alpha 10 or Alpha 19. I am really, really blind. That is not good.
It's 19. But so one of the things we can talk about is the respawn process too while we're in tabletop. We don't actually, what's great is in some of the previous versions, whenever you were looking at it, you'd actually cycle through each position and you'd get a live camera view of where that area is. In this form, in Battlefield 4, you actually have your selectable spawn points that you can go off of. So just like we are clicking on each of the members, we can actually do the exact same whenever you're trying to respawn. So you have a squad member that you need to spawn off of. You don't have to spawn off a squad leader. You just you can spawn off a squad member, and you can spawn where you have any of the points, and you can also spawn in your spawn.
Nice. So there are a lot of options as well to keep the action flowing, keep things moving. B is right now being contested here and held down by the CN guys, so they're going to maintain control of that one at the very least. Or they had control of the area, as a matter of fact. I must have misspoke because I saw a bunch of orange arrows there. They just didn't do anything. now making their way down into the other side. B is going to be a big hot area, or a hot point of interest.
12-0.
12-0
One
for the
of the
Alpha
players is
Commander.
12-0. I don't think this player is 8-5, but there's another player that was 12-0 that was right beneath
Yeah, that
him.
was the Alpha Commander.
Oh, that was the Alpha Commander.
Yeah,
That's probably why we didn't hop on with him.
Yeah, getting a couple of you know, kills there with the Tomahawks is certainly
galera.
very helpful for them.
Bom, isso aqui, só pra vocês saberem, isso aqui é suco mesmo, tá? Não é uma cerveja diferente. Quem me acompanha aí no meu canal, tô acostumado. Nossa, o que esse tanque tá tomando aí, velho? Bom, quem tá acostumado no meu canal tá sabendo que eu adoro tomar uma cervejinha, mas hoje eu tô tomando suco. Beleza? Porque eu tô tomando antibiótico, então não posso. Fazer o quê?
Alpha 28 still moving around here. He has his teammate to work with there as well. E is right now under contest. And Bravo 11 getting gunned down. So you can tell that Alpha 11 actually has a gunner with him. He's out in the open, but there are so many players that he can shoot upon right now. There's another one just inside of the that fireball. Ooh. Just on the other side, working around the pillar, able to pick up another one. Man, they were just picking them apart.
Dissecting them. Just really.
Scalpel.
Yeah, the tank is a scalpel. I would never have made the comparison. But seems to be the case right now. This guy is just tearing it apart. Alpha 28 continuing to advance forward. There's going to be a bunch of orange arrows right in front of him as he is still going to have full health, but rockets are going to be coming down around. He's able to take out one to the left side. Can he take out the one in front as well?
Nossa.
It is, but you know what though? There's
Nosso tanque tá sendo bombardeado, velho. Simples assim.
But he is going to find one player in front. He is going to drop him.
He's just going to go.
Olha o tanque com 12 de life.
Might as well. And he is finally dropped.
Já era.
Man, what a run there for that Alpha 28 guy, Corey.
Yeah, there's two different options that he could have taken out there. He could have sit there and one, he could have bailed. Probably wouldn't have been a good idea. Two, he could have tried to figure out how to drive away, maneuver his way out of there. The issue with that is he could have got shot in his backside. And lastly, he could have just tried to press right on through and try to kill as many people.
Cara, essa sniper aí parece a M40. Acho que é M45.
Red pill or blue pill? I mean, or the green pill?
Yeah, the green pill.
The green. I like how we both thought of green. That was a high five.
RGB, bro.
You didn't explode it. You didn't.
Oh, well, that's we
you know,
didn't think like
it's
that.
understandable. I mean, it's
I was
okay.
still thinking about green.
Yeah. Oh man, well here comes that Tomahawk, and there is
Sorry.
a lot of Chinese players that are going to be around that area. That tank is going to be in the area too. Oh no. And I think that it is not going to happen.
Wait for it.
But that helicopter, let's actually see what's up with that helicopter.
Que massa, velho.
Oh, never mind.
Found an infantry.
Jinxed it.
There it is.
All right. So now the helicopter is...
Spectating is like your own mini game.
It is.
Trying to select an individual player.
It is.
Especially a moving helicopter that's just...
É, pelo jeito é o Viper mesmo, cara. Pelo jeito é o Viper mesmo. Bom, espero que a gente veja outros helicópteros, né?
Circling around the side by the water where no one will hurt him.
He's taking a very long approach to try to get that same person. All right, take two. Let's do this again. Spraying down. Missing with every shot.
Take three.
All right. I need to kind of reset myself. Figure this one out. All right. I've got it this time. I really have it this time. I can do it. Motivational tape brought to you by...
To you by Corey Dunn.
Hey, and he takes
and he
it
gets
down.
it. Alpha 27.
Hey, third time's a charm.
I know. It actually is so true in that one. That was like
wait a minute. Don't get too excited.
Imagine he's like floating around. It's like, guys, I just ended up getting that dude after the third try. Felt really good about myself on that one. And now I'm going to be going after this tank. I think it's going to be a good attempt here. Let's see. Take one? No, never mind. I'm actually just going to fly to the water.
Alpha 27 still just kind of hanging out here with the helicopter. We can watch him for days, but we'll go ahead and switch around though.
Yeah, see what's up with the free cam here as we look at that is going to be B. And,
Olha aí.
Good rocket there. In
Nossa, já tomou na cara também.
Oh, look at that! All those rockets coming from nowhere. Different angles. This is not going to look good here for this tank unit. One more hit and he is going to be done.
Nossa, aquele tanque ali não para pro cara reparar ele, ó.
See that engineer right behind him and trying to be able to repair him right now, but he exposes his teammate. Still kind of working.
Cara, o tanque não para, se fudeu, né?
Goes the tank.
Boom goes the tank.
Pô, o cara tava tentando. Nossa, olha isso.
Because, you know, I mean, obviously, but I'm glad you did it. Glad you did. I'm proud of you, Corey. Proud of you.
Muito massa essa câmera livre aí, cara. Pro competitivo isso aí vai ser muito massa, velho.
Yeah, I have to agree, right? Our cameraman, we don't know who you are, but we love you for listening to what we do, for listening to what we say. I don't know. But yes, so we have a lot of craziness going on here right now. B is going to be in the control of Alpha Squad. And what's up with the tabletop? I actually want to see what's up with the tabletop, and yeah, look at that. So C right now is going to go to Alpha Squad. D and E for the Chinese squad over in Bravo. But you know,
Que louco, velho.
still anyone's game at this point in time. I mean, for all we know, the Chinese squad could just dominate here, and the U.S. squad can't answer back at all. I mean, that could very well be a possibility.
So one of the things that you might be questioning too is you see the Tomahawk quite a bit in this game. And it's really fallen on specific locations, whether that's B, C, D, what have you. But one of the things, though, to note is you can designate an area that is not a specific location.
Okay.
So you can predetermine your spot. We had seen it once before where the action was happening on the north side of C. And where these two tanks were kind of hanging out. Remember that infantry that was up at the very top there?
Yeah.
And we saw a Tomahawk there. So that just kind of clarifying everything that you can use a Tomahawk wherever you please whenever you're in commander mode.
Yeah, you can, and that is why you know, the freedom in that mode is really cool. We saw a little while ago.
Yeah, look at the commander.
Look at that.
He's 24. Of course, he's going to be 24.
Olha a quantidade de players, velho. A equipe Alpha contra a equipe Bravo. São 32 de cada lado. É muita gente, velho.
Yeah, that's right. They've maintained that position, which have allowed him to do that. But Bravo here is actually going to end up getting C, as the score is going to be 172 to 476 right now. A, D, and E are going to go to the U.S. squad. Wow. The Chinese.
Nossa, prevejo campers igualzinhos a isso.
What is that? B and C. Or they're trying to flip C right now.
Yeah, so it's going neutral.
And any minute now they will be
Que camper nojento, olha isso, velho.
Hopefully at some point in time, but that was going to be an enemy player that he was shooting at there. Of course, U.S. players are blue, Chinese soldiers are orange or red in the spectator mode. And Corey, you know, is a comeback feasible here with the CN squad? Can they do this?
With the amount of time that we have, it may be a little bit difficult, but in a real competitive match, there's no direct timeline that you're on. And so it's the first to zero. So yes, so anything is possible. So the Chinese team can come all the way back, especially from a deficit that's still not incredible. It's 300 ticks. It's a little bit less than 300 ticks. But in the reality of it all, you know, it's still possible.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, shush.
Now we see Alpha 08 jet skis are coming through. But yeah, so you know what though, just so you guys are aware, after we're done with this game, we're actually going to have an awesome interview coming up here.
O cara nada rapidinho, né, velho?
Gaming. So that should be pretty awesome. Astro providing the headsets here that the players are using at this point in time. So we're going to get a few words with them. So that's going to happen right after this game. Look at here, some close quarters action that we have not really
Puta que pariu, quem é o pior?
Opportunities to see Alpha 08 finding guys right in front of him. Takes out one, and he can get the second as well. Let's see if he can do so, but he is going to get
Atrás dele ele não viu.
All right, so we're back over here with the recon member here. He's got the scout in hand. One of my favorite weapons in any game I play. As we'll go ahead and see right now, Steel working down towards the bottom side. He spotted or knew that there was a tank or a vehicle that was up on the top part of that bridge, and so he's going to go ahead and rotate underneath, but he's out in the open now. He spotted one tank, and looks like they were able to help him out right now. Still pushing towards that D point. There's a vehicle right behind him on the bridge. And so,
Opa, e aí, Mickey? Beleza, mano?
You know,
Tá curtindo aí então? Agora que eu vi o comentário, eu tava prestando atenção no gameplay e pensando aqui, cara. Não leva mal. Bom que você tá curtindo, velho. Eu tava pensando o seguinte, cara, só pra vocês saberem como tem cara ruim de mira. Olha esse cara aí, esse que tá com a pistola na mão. Tá ligado? Tipo, putz, os cara desenham os caras. Na volta deles erram todos os tiros, velho.
So right now, as you can take a look, you've got, we're getting pretty close to it right now. It's got 128 and 3:15 left in this game here on Siege of Shanghai. We've been watching this map for the past 2 days now, and kudos to Alpha 17 staying alive throughout that entire little minute.
Toma essa facada!
At the very end right there.
Toma essa facada, seu lixo. Nossa, cara.
All right, so I'm just trying to get you set up here. We got Walt here from Astro.
Nossa, os caras não sabem falar no microfone. Eu ia baixar o microfone.
It's just a pleasure to have you on here. Kind of tell me about the partnership that you got working on here with Battlefield 4.
Well, we've been big fans of the Battlefield franchise for a very, very long time. A lot of the people in the office play really regularly, and when we were talking about partnerships for the fall, Battlefield 4 was on the front of our list.
That's good.
So, you know, we come out, we've been working with EA for a long time, all around headset sponsorships, around events, that kind of stuff. We've done a few different licensed products in the past. We're really excited to be the official licensed headset.
É, cara, divulga aí que vai ter mais, certeza. Vou mostrar bem mais desse jogo aí, cara. Mas eu acho que eles podem mostrar até agora é só esse mapa aí. Mas o que mais está me chamando a atenção é a questão do modo espectador, tá ligado? Que vai ajudar muito os admin a ver quem é cheater e quem não é cheater. Coisa que a gente sofre muito hoje em dia. Tanto muitos conhecidos meus, né, como o próprio Mickey mesmo, o Maurício, o Ricardo, sofre com isso aí. Vai ser muito bom para eles, né, e para os próprios admins mesmo, que vão ver que não tem... Olha o cara lá atrás querendo aparecer. Entendeu? Então vai ser muito bom para todo mundo isso aí, cara. Tomara que eles disponibilizem. E tomara que eles disponibilizem esse modo espectador aí quando lançar o jogo. Então, galera, deu uma pausa lá. Se vocês verem atrás, quem ainda não viu, quem ainda não percebeu, atrás desses caras aí é o pessoal que está jogando dentro do servidor. Tá, a equipe vermelha e a equipe azul, que é a equipe Alpha e a equipe Bravo. Então, todo mundo jogando lá na ETA. É muito... Cara, tá muito massa mesmo.
Some players out there the chance to use their Astro 30s, is that correct?
Absolutely. Because we are such big Battlefield fans, we want to make sure that you guys really have an
Vamos divulgar a live aí, galera.
It's I mean, so what I've been told that make sure that you post out there hashtag BF4 and what one of the features that you like the most.
Yeah, if you like Levolution or oh my God! Totally
yeah, the commander mode. I mean, there's a lot of great new aspects that are out there.
Tweet out what is your favorite feature about Battlefield 4, and just hashtag BF4 and do an @AstroGaming on Twitter, and we'll pick 3 people in the next 20 minutes who will win an A30 headset.
And we'll be able to announce that live right here on the stream. in our next game or possibly the last game, depending on what I get told. I think I was told before at the last game, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
You'll be told today, I promise. And so we'll have 3 lucky people who get the chance to have some Astro A30s.
Yeah, so everybody at home, you get a chance to experience some of the great audio around Battlefield 4. So.
Awesome. You know, it's a pleasure having you on here. It's been some great stuff. How's the event been for you so far?
The event's been really good. We're actually unveiling a few different big partnerships that we have around games that are coming out this fall, Battlefield being one of them. You know, we've got a bunch of partner stuff happening on the show floor as well that we're really excited about. I think before I head out, one of the things that I really want to showcase and give everybody at home a great experience is a first look at what that licensed Battlefield 4 product is going to be.
That's going to be great.
So I'm going to duck down here.
All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here.
And so
oh no, those things are so clean.
You are building up the anticipation. I love it, Corey. So what we've got is actually a carbon fiber A40 headset. We'll be doing it on A50 as well. I'll have the Battlefield 4 branding on it. This is a prototype, so it's very close to what it's going to actually look like, but it isn't quite final. The colors will change just slightly.
Nossa, os caras já fizeram até uma porra, fone BF4, velho.
That's pretty awesome.
So we're very excited. It'll be on the A40 and the A50. We'll have both retail versions of that. So look for that in your stores coming right around the game launch.
Yeah, and so this is just a personal shout out to you because I'm loving the new commercials that I've seen lately. They crack me up. They're just great all around.
Oh yeah, we've got a great video team that we've just hired in. So I'll give those guys all the credit in the world. But yeah, we've got a lot of good team members right now. I'm really proud of building that out.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it for hopping on here. Of course, make sure you check out Astro Gaming on all your different types of social media. Big shout out to you guys for helping us.
Nossa, fico dando alt tab aqui.
Audio while they play one of the best experiences, especially from the Frostbite 3 engine. I mean, it's all out. They can hear everything. And one of the things that we had the chance from the Battlefield 4 side, from DICE, is how much they pay attention to audio. And it really comes out clear through these A40s.
It's a natural progression, you know. High-end audio, it really gives you an advantage in the game. So we're excited to be partners for this one.
I appreciate it. And coming up next, we're going to have more gameplay for Battlefield 4, so stick around. Appreciate it, Walt, for hopping on here. It's been a great time here at E3, so stick around. Coming up again, still more gameplay for Battlefield 4 after the break.
Ó a galera voltando já pra jogar. Aí, vamos deixar os caras ganharem um dinheiro, peraí.
Presents the most powerful ninja clan and their master, Kokugo.
いつも話した静まります。静かの感情。今から風化への感情になります。
Speaker. Will they be strong enough to vanquish their next foe? Tune in next time with Astro and the Power 4.
É, mano.
All right, right, so welcome back to the Battlefield 4 live stream. Again, I'm Corey Dunn. Giving Alex a chance to be able to relax for a little bit.
Olha lá atrás, ó.
Non-stop.
Olha lá atrás, que massa, né?
He is such a drive, but we're all human out there, so we're kind of giving him a break for a moment. Kind of talk about what we've seen so far. As soon as we can hop into some gameplay, we'll do that right off the bat. But so talking about some of the things that we've learned throughout this entire event here at E3 for Battlefield 4, one of which we can talk about the canted iron sight. So having the capability of being able to switch from your optical to a canted iron sight, I think that's a huge plus. Also the fact that you can have a double zoom, so you can have an optical zoom and then you also have a ×2 zoom on there as well, so you can sit there and snap in and get a better look, so kind of a variable zoom, if you will. Also, with that being noted, you can sit there and talk about the recon side as well, where you have the capability of using a rangefinder on your zoom. So there's a lot of different types of elements that we can look at. It's been some great stuff. I mean, also you can talk about the fact that there's a small health pack as well as a medium health pack. That's the small bag and the larger one as well. But what we can do is kind of take a quick break. I'm going to bring Carl Magnus back on here and get the chance to be able to talk with him and really dive down deep into what his different outlooks are for Battlefield 4 coming up here. So we'll be back in just a second, being able to talk here with Carl Magnus.
Hey, man.
Hello. Isso aí, pode mandar uns 3 desse aqui pra cá. Não, pode ser 4. E daí eu fico um pra mim, um pro Mickey. Não, 5 tem que ser. Não, manda 10 logo. E daí eu presenteio todos os meus amigos. Putz. Ah, faz o seguinte. Manda 100, que daí eu dou pra todos os meus inscritos do canal do YouTube. Melhor. Honesto.
All right, so welcome back to the Battlefield 4 live stream. I'm Corey Dunn. I'm now joined by Carl Magnus. It's good to have you back. I mean, we had the chance to be able to dive down deep there on day one. Right off the bat, I mean, we were able to sit there and expose as much as we could think of. And there's been a lot of acceptance for all the information that you're able to provide. Cool. So definitely a pleasure to have you back on here and kind of answer any of the other questions that we might have. We've learned a lot, though, since day one. Yeah. Since we've watched a lot of different types of game elements and seeing how the game has type of progressed. How's the event, though? I mean, it was busy there for Patrick Bach. How about for yourself?
It's very similar for me as well. It's back-to-back with interviews. We're running from various rooms to various sets, etc., to do the interviews, and it's the response so far has been absolutely amazing. I mean, actually, I prefer to hang around here where the actual people are playing, but even when you listen to journalists that come straight off the play test, etc., and then you have an interview, people are really excited. They find it really fun to play the game and get into it. That they really like what we presented here. You know, some people are more into the bigger, the bigger features that we put into the game, the new stuff, but some of them are really into the minute details as well, the smaller innovations that we know that the hardcore players are really going to enjoy for long before the perhaps novelty of some of the bigger features have gone away.
That's some of the stuff that I'm definitely looking forward to. We can go ahead and dive directly back into the gameplay and kind of continue to talk about some of the little minute details that you're mentioning as well. I think one of the cool things for me that I heard earlier today was one, the ammo and health pack. I know I've mentioned this numerous times, having the ability to have the little packs that you can slap on one of your teammates that can go back into the battle, or you can toss it. Say they're, for instance, are on the second story. I think that's a great addition. And also the C4 side of things, where whenever you're on recon, you can swim across to a boat and slap C4 on the side of the boat and have the same type of impact that you do to any type of vehicle on land.
Yeah, it's actually something we felt that when you're swimming and you were swimming in BF3, you were very exposed because you could not fire back, you couldn't do anything. So any kind of one-handed gadget or weapons you could actually use now when you're swimming as well. And you have sprint swim.
Yeah,
How about
sprint
that?
swim. I think that's been a great thing that we coined. That you first thing that was mentioned. I think the entire community is already attached to the idea. The other big key component is the fact that you can shoot your secondary. That's above and beyond. And one of the cool things that we had the chance to see was a player was dove into the water and stayed down. So a lot of people may think, well, you can
Uma galera indo embora.
moment and then you have to pop back up. But what we've seen so
Uma
far,
galera voltando agora. Cara, a galera vai embora e volta pra continuar vendo o vídeo. Cara, fiquem aí. Já estão aí mesmo. O que é um peido pra quem tá todo cagado?
Another one that I think that we can kind of talk about too is some of the vehicle animations whenever they become disabled. So there was a post out there saying that there was a flat tire for one of the vehicles, and one of the animations was it had lost a tire and it was actually.
That's actually more than I know, but I'm not sure.
Again, this goes back to the little minute details that the community picked up. I didn't pick up on it first thing, but I've been watching for it now.
No, but the team back home that is working so hard in this title, not just for this title, but for Battlefield as a whole, we have this great idea of attention to detail, and actually the game is starting to get so detailed now that it's hard to just keep up with everything that's happening. Just small things like, you know, a sniper rifle, but now you have rangefinders in there. That, you know, these kind of small things that goes into it, and of course we're trying to add these kind of things because it actually makes the game more interesting to play with, not just because of the eye candy factor.
So the question that I have then is, how do you balance, because you don't want to get too super realistic with certain elements. You want to kind of keep it a little bit, have an arcadey feel. How do you balance those two?
Well, we have a saying in the studio that we're not trying to build a realistic game, but we are trying to build an authentic game. But even before authentic, we're building a fun game. So, you know, fun comes before everything else. You know, you can look at the jets, for instance. They do not fly at the same appropriate speed as a jet probably should, because it would never work in the actual game. But that's the kind of you know, that's the kind of conversations you need to do to get this whole Battlefield system to work together. And I think so far we do you know, everything.
Nossa, olha o cara de helicóptero.
Something that is too far out there, etc., and then we scale it back when we fix it in post.
I think one of my favorite things is
Deus.
watching a tank actually flip. I think that alone is only in Battlefield for sure.
I should take this opportunity probably with so many people of the community is really you know, listening to what we're saying here, and you know, express how much we appreciate with all the crazy stuff that people do out there in the game. You know, just for fun, and sometimes when they play actively, but all these kind of strange things that people do inside of Battlefield and record the movies and put it up, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So one of the things that you know, with the industry, especially for the Battlefield community, is they're not just consumers, they're producers.
Yep.
And that right there is just a beautiful, beautiful thing, because one, it's not only just what they can do on video, but at the same time, the feedback and also the suggestions that are made are just so at a high quality, especially in the Battlefield community. Again, shout out to the guys because they're so educated.
Maybe not everyone knows it, but you probably heard that part of the idea of how we package this product is we say only in Battlefield, like only this is available in Battlefield. And maybe not everyone perhaps see that, but that actually comes from the community created videos. Like when we have seen the huge uptake of these kind of, you know, ideas that people have, and they actually put that into the movie created and put up on the web. That is what the inspiration from that campaign only in Battlefield came from.
Right, and if you haven't had the chance, make sure you go to facebook.com/Battlefield. That's where I got all my updates on the only in Battlefield. So I knew way before I even became a part of this whole shoutcasting ability here. So it was great. Again, I cycled through numerous videos after that point.
Cool.
So as we kind of look at it, we've seen we talked about the counterattack. I thought that was another great feature that was added into the game. One of the things that was kind of interesting to me, and I honestly don't know the answer because I've played a great deal of just normal gameplay for Battlefield 3, but I've noticed in this game right here, we get it's a feature that's been here for this demo since we're in pre-alpha right now, but we get to see what it's like to have ammo for hardcore. So in hardcore, where the magazine clip doesn't fully reload itself. So basically what I'm trying to get at, I've tried to explain this numerous times, but whenever you reload, you're dispensing the clip altogether, not the ammo that's there. So as we just, the way that the game has been great though, because what I've noticed is we're not seeing any redundancies in gameplay. It's every time we watch this map being played, it's been different every single time.
And I mean, people that play Battlefield knows this, but I mean that is part of the core recipe of what we call like the sandbox and the rock paper scissors design that has been with Battlefield from the beginning. That is part of the idea that it's not just about building one game mechanic, it's building a system of game mechanics that matches together. So, you know, you always have something to counter the other with. You know, jets might be good against tanks, but, you know, they're vulnerable to something else, etc. And that is part of what the idea of Battlefield is all about.
So what is the process that goes into to really balance out tanks or the land battle versus air, and what's the method that goes into play?
Well, there's, you know, naturally we have very skilled designers sitting at home thinking about this, and we rely quite heavily as well on just, you know, the experience that people have. But there's one thing that really makes this possible, and that is playing the game over and over and over and over again in the studio. Every day we have playtests where we go in, we take all the fixes that people have done over the the last 24 hours or whatever. We play the game and people give feedback, and the people that are responsible for the various parts of the game then look at their specific features to say, did it work better, worse, etc. You know, how is it turning out? So just repeating this kind of iterative process of getting feedback in, fixing stuff, testing it, playing it again, these kind of things. That's basically how we get to the well, hopefully the quality that people enjoy when we release the game.
Probably one of my favorite parts is inside the elevator and the elevator music as you go up. So there, I mean, again, we've dived down deep into all the different types of elements that is within Battlefield. Oh, there's actually another point that I just thought of, the squad side. One of the things that I've realized is we don't have, I haven't seen directly a squad sprint, a squad ammo, all those different elements. But if you look in the bottom left side of your screen, I see this bar. Can you explain that for me?
This is a feature that we call field upgrade. That is, some people might somewhat recognize from Battlefield 2142, where you have like this system, and basically it means that if you play together as a squad, anything team-related score events actually helps you upgrade your field upgrades. These will then give you various upgrades that, you know, similar to more ammo, more grenades and these kind of things. But you can also be punished. So if, for instance, the squad is wiped out, you actually fall down a level. And the things are also reset after your session is over. So it's one of those things that we want to put in there that is not persistent. It's something you have to work to get to.
Right.
But it can greatly affect your efficiency as a squad together.
What is and I've seen previous versions with Battlefield, and having a rank gives you the accessibility to a lot more weapons. How is that balancing out for those who are just now getting their first chance to play Battlefield 4? So say, for instance, a year from now, whenever we've actually had the chance to play Battlefield 4, it's in the community, but I'm a new user and I just hop into it.
Well, I mean, we have a philosophy that we should never have any real, super guns that just take over and are much more efficient than all the other guns. So, but that does also make it hard, because you want to make some guns, you want to have people work to get them and unlock them, etc. But the way that we work with this and the philosophy is that they have different traits. If you might prefer a specific weapon because of the handling or because of how it actually works, rate of fire, the damage it does, whatever it might be with these this core functionality of the actual weapon. So
Playboy ali, o gringo Playboy não gostou, que é uma live stream de um replay de stream. Cara, o importante, gringo porco, é mostrar o gameplay, mostrar o BF4. Foda-se, gringo Playboy, lixo. Nossa, o cara atropelou o outro.
Yeah, so we've just been watching so far while talking about it. So we've got right now we're Alpha 03. What was the idea behind both the amphibious vehicle and also this MRAP? In terms of, is it just built for the fact that it can get you across the map quicker? I guess I'm looking for what its purpose is.
Well, I mean, are you talking about the water vehicles?
The amphibious vehicle, as well as the that vehicle that we're just with now. The land vehicle as well.
Well, I mean, I don't know the exact details that went into the ideas of why they selected those specifically, but I mean, when it comes to the actual vehicles we have on water, we know that as soon as you're out on the water, you are pretty exposed. And speed is definitely something you need to use there to maneuver around. So the faster the water-based amphibious vehicles are, the easier it is. But we also want them to be capable to actually fire back, specifically perhaps helicopters, which can be quite pestering if you're on the surface. So if you take the boat that we have in here, for instance, you both have a cannon, but you also have like 2 Gatling guns. I don't know exactly what the model type of them are, but that are sitting on the side of the boat. So you can be very offensive with it as well. And then you have the jet skis, of course.
Muito massa o...
Land-based vehicle you're talking about is more.
Cara, olha aquele helicóptero ali. O helicóptero do tá na frente aí que vai ser destruído. Foda pra caralho.
Are we going to have the chance to be able to still see those light-skinned vehicles in later once this game is fully developed?
You're putting me through the test here. I don't know exactly the full roster of the vehicles we have. We should probably ping some of the vehicle designers in the studio, but I couldn't see why not.
Yeah, so that was always one of I think the questions that was out there. I mean, of course, this is a very it's a great window, but it's a narrow window comparison to what's possible.
Vai cair o prédio.
You know, of course, I mean, getting the chance to see some really dramatic evolutions just similar to this on other maps, I'm looking forward to it. I know that people were questioning in the very beginning when they saw the skyscraper fall, they thought of the tower falling in BF3, and it was a timed event in BF3. But here, it's an interaction by the players.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of, or the concept of evolutions that we talk about it, for the people that have been with the franchise for a long period of time, they know that the introduction of destruction in Battlefield Bad Company 1 really changed how people play the game, right? It went from being something quite static into something very dynamic. That was, of course, inspired by the fact that, you know, we as players at DICE were a bit, we felt that it was not really, it didn't feel right when you ran into a small tent and, you know, a big Abrams tank was shooting at the tent and nothing was happening. So we felt that that's, you know, at the same time that we're not building a simulator,
tomou dois
we want
rocks.
to build a game that felt more interesting. And that's where the first idea of destruction came from. Now we're in Battlefield 4, we're taking this into a whole new concept, and it's not just about the destruction ranging from micro-destruction all the way to the skyscraper coming down. It's about the interactivity of things like elevators or things that affect the spatial awareness of metal detectors going off when you run through them, etc.
I think one of my favorite things that I've seen also is whenever they were over in Metro and closing the storefront.
Yeah.
So they were able to hide in there for a little bit, so any other infantry couldn't break through.
Yeah, but I mean, the team is quite busy. We're trying to figure out more of these kind of small things, because sometimes you don't. we're sitting there looking at it, they might not feel like, oh, an elevator, how interesting is that? But actually, when you think about it from that you're going to be playing this for so many hours and you play it from a tactical point of view, elevators are really interesting. And it's like, we should definitely have more of that.
Yeah, so one of the key points that I know that I do a lot in Battlefield 3 is I'll hop in a helicopter or find a way to parachute down on top of the building. But if you give me an elevator, I'll take that.
Yeah.
But it's been great to watch all the different elements that have come into this game, and I
Que foda, né, velho?
getting the chance to play hands-on in my own home. Especially for those of you that haven't done it yet, you can go to Amazon.com and pre-order Battlefield 4 right now.
Uns caras falando pra fazer a pre-order no Amazon, lá no Amazon.com. Beleza.
We've seen so many different variations of gameplay throughout these past 2 days, and it's always impressive to me. This is actually the first helicopter battle that I've seen yet.
Oh, that was
maybe that's why I haven't seen them last. They don't last too long. Especially, so I guess that brings back up a point too. And when we're talking about creating new maps, we're talking what was the thought process of trying to recreate Shanghai to this scale?
Well, I mean, when the team thought about this, I mean, we wanted to create a map that we haven't done before, and there's so many different elements that are put together in this map. We have done downtown urban areas before with skyscrapers, but never without vehicles. We never combined the idea of you can zoom around with a helicopter around skyscrapers, etc. At the same time, we haven't neither combined that with water before as well. So this map is really a test for us to see how much can we push this when it comes to the scale and the various different types of gameplay that we can put into one map. It's been a challenge for the team to get all of this together, but I would say that we're very happy with the results so far, and people really like the map. But it is very, very ambitious from that perspective. So, and not all maps of the game will be like this and contain every element, of course. There will be maps that are more specifically driven in one direction to the other, etc. But it's also natural for us to choose this map for an event like this, E3, to really show off what we can do.
I know that there's been some players that are out there that said I'm from Shanghai, and it looks pretty spot on for the most part.
Yeah, we don't try to replicate areas, to the minute detail, but we definitely take a lot of inspiration and use some parts of it which looks very similar.
All right, so this is a question that the community is always wondering about. I think it was kind of got sparked a little bit, but I have to ask: are we ever going to see any dinosaurs at any point?
You have to wait and see.
Oh, we gotta wait and see.
We'll see.
All right, well, I'll make that the last question for fun. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, Carl Magnus, joining us. But we'll be back after the break. More Battlefield 4 gameplay coming up.
This wasn't supposed to be how it happened.
We're still sinking. If you're the man I think you are, you know what you have to do. Take my gun. Now, Wrecker, shoot out the window. Negative, don't do it. Shoot out the window.
Então é isso aí, galera. Espero que vocês tenham gostado do vídeo aí, gostado da live stream. E curtido o BF4, que é o mais importante de tudo. E é isso aí. Tomara que a gente se divirta bastante nesse jogo, que nem a gente se divertiu no BF3 e continua se divertindo no BF3. E valeu quem assistiu aí, chegou a ter 22 pessoas, se eu não me engano, vendo essa live stream aí, que é um replay da E3 lá. Tá, então valeu, muito obrigado quem assistiu. Eu vou upar pro YouTube, tomara que não dê nenhum problema de direito autoral. Não, foda-se. Se der pra mim upar nesse canal no Foxadas, beleza. Se não der, eu upo em outro, crio outro. Fazer o quê? Ou então... Bom, não sei, eu vou tentar upar lá. Se der qualquer problema, eu vou ter que deletar o vídeo. Mas, por enquanto é isso aí. Muito obrigado quem assistiu. E ficamos por aí. Até mais. Valeu.